Yeah, anyways. I'm going to trust my gut instinct with this one. It's the left hand. It's the left hand. Yeah, I think we're good. This might take a minute. Okay, left hand has the knife. Okay, I'm just going to put it around here. I think that'll make sense. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been here for 3 minutes and I'm already exhausted. Alright, I'm going to put his leg over here. Hello boys, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday evening or afternoon, depending on your side of the globe. Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me, just maybe a thumbs up. That'll be wonderful. Because I actually started doing this live stream a few minutes ago, and someone said the audio was not working. So if you could do me a favor and just, if you're hearing me all right, just send a thumbs up. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Okay. I guess the audio is not working. I don't. If you can't hear me, sorry about that. If you can't hear me, I guess you can't hear me. So. Let me check my other. Let me check if the live is actually working. Yep, audio is working. Yep, audio is working. Yeah, thanks a lot, boys. Thank you so much. That was really helpful. The goal of today is to finish this comic book page. This is page 38. So the goal is to finish like the base inks and yeah, move on to the next page. That's what I hope to complete, at least by the end of the stream, minimum. One, two, three, four. Okay, one more finger. One more toe. Yep. Might as well be watching something. Shit's not working. It's gotta be. Just keep myself entertained with that one. Oh, more LB, nice.
And then the week.
Yeah, and we get no right back.
That's why.
Think. He would keep himself, but like he would just came back like a little week ago, and abandoning Semenya on the left wing and abandoning like this quick forward play with direct wingers. I just really, I just feel inflated after that result, bro. And after that showing, there is still hope, but if we want to win the league, we need to keep Rodri. That is for me a 100%. And then Mariska not starting and not subbing Nico on for the 79th minute was also such a weird choice, bro. I don't understand it. I thought we would look well better when he came on, and I think him and Anderson would complement each other way better than Kovacic and Anderson. So I just don't get it. So yeah, hopefully Mariska saw the same as us and has learned from it, and we will see changes on Saturday. I think it is. Oh, it's Sunday. I can't remember.
That leg is quite big.
I don't even know. I hear what you're saying on most of those points. I think the reason why he's gone for like Anderson and that is because we've got a Premier League game next week, and obviously they're going to play, and he probably wants to get into speed. The decision that I'm not getting, that you already said in the chat, most people in the chat are with us on this, is why is Kovacic playing above Nico G? I need an answer to this, side. I need a journalist to ask the question.
And Lewis, bro.
Journalist ask.
Even Lewis are playing
Yeah, I know Rico Lewis plays a bit further forward, but when Rico Lewis is coming on, I'm with Nico. That's still a bit mad for me. Yeah, I think we need an answer to this. We need to know what's going on, man, because for Nico Gonzalez, to be not getting ahead of £50 million, 25-year-old, whatever he is, in his prime, to not be getting ahead of a 31, 32-year-old Kovacic who can kick a ball for a year, for me, is the reason I'm speaking about it is because it's weird. Like, I want to know what's going on. So hopefully a journalist asks the question. But to be honest with you,
but do you think he's been told something that we just like? Because did you see the interview with him for like? I think it was a week ago. Well, he sounded so positive, bro. Like he didn't want to leave. He was so positive for the season. And then when you see or hear that interview, you think, oh, he's going to play a lot. Like he's been told something will change on Maresca.
Nancy, Ibubechuku, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday evening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi. It's nice to see someone from my side of the world on the stream. It's cool. Hope you had a lovely weekend.
And then you see this today, and you're like, why was this fella so happy? It makes no sense, doesn't it?
Weird one. Right, let's get stuck into these player ratings then, lads. Do me a favour, chat. Smash the likes up on the way in. Let's have a look. Tim in 2 saves in the game, 1 run out successful, 1 high claim. Passing stats are on screen there. There you go. 9 times possession loss, and some of the stats there. You know what's actually wild is I actually thought his passing today was actually decent. I thought his passing was actually decent.
I'm going to black out a lot of these sites. Probably just put in something like because the light is coming from the right side, from their right hand side, which is our left. So I'm going to use that to my advantage, where I'm going to like black out most of the character, right? Most of the creature, so that it can have a little bit of depth, and just for the sheer cool factor of it all. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's why, like over here, for instance, I'm not going to be applying like too much detail, because first of all, you have to learn to pick your moments.
He goes and makes an error on the thing that he's meant to be world class at. He couldn't write it for me. I actually thought his passing today wasn't even that bad. I thought he actually made some decent passes, and I think he probably can see that he's been working on it. And then the actual thing that he's meant to be world class at, he goes and just fucking lets it. It's a shocking error. People chat like play it down or make excuses. I watched the replay. The guy heads it back at him. It's straight at him. It's not even with a lot of power. It's a shocking error. And yeah, Cousinov should do better, but we'll come on to Cousinov in a minute. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if we spoke about Donnarumma today. So where are you at with him today, his performance, and more generally?
Well, before the summer window, I wanted us to keep Trafford, especially when Maresca was announced, or we knew that he was coming. For the way he's playing, when he were in Chelsea, they were such a position-based team, and he used the goalkeeper as an outfield player to build up. And I actually thought that because of that, he would keep Trafford. Like he would do like what Pep did when he came into the club, and then binged hard out of the club, and then went with Bravo, which didn't turn out, but with the playing goalkeeper. But I don't know, bro. I think it's a mistake not keeping Trafford for the way we want to play. I know you think that his passing was okay today, but I don't know. I think the other team and the other set of fans know that it's not a strong suit, and they play into that. They have a belief for the pressers, and I think having a belief in the press is like 50% of it, like to actually win the ball. I just think it spreads on like insecurity within the entire backline. And there was one point in the first half where it was very close to losing throw, which would have been a big throw. So yeah, I saw the Mariska interview where he said that they are working on different things to help the build-up, but I'm afraid it will us using extra resources to help him will just take away from other parts of the
Well,
field.
that's possible that might happen. It might not even work. You know what I'm saying? If you go and say, "Oh, we'll use these players to help him out," like you say, I actually didn't think his passing was bad today. I thought it was probably one of his better games on the ball, but then he goes and fucking does that. So yeah, generally, it's not a good, not good. Obviously, second goal, it's a killer goal. It's got to be a low rating for me due to that. I'm gonna give him a 3.5.
3.5. I think he had one very decent save. I think it was early second half. And I'll give him 3.
Okay. There you go, chat. No from me. Nathaniel says 0. Jack says 1. 3.5 says Mr. Fro. The Oxycon says 0.4. Bob says 2. This guy says 10, even though he made an error that led to a goal. Okay, makes sense. Andy says 2. What else we got in here? Duke says 2. His passing wasn't decent at all. If he's got a clip ball wide, it'll make it. I thought his passing was decent today. I'm not going to criticise him on his passing. I thought his passing was alright today. Yeah, most people are like 2 to 4. Yeah, they've got like 0 to 1. Yeah, most people are like 2 to 4 back in. Alright, let's move it on. Someone that I normally give a lot of praise to, but I'm sorry, today he's going to get a low rating. That's Abdulkadir Kusanov. That's his match, his heat map right there, chat. Defensive contributions 9, 1 throughout 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 4 recoveries, 6 ground duels, we won them all. 3 aerial duels, we won them all as well. Stats are good. Stats are good, man. I'm not gonna lie, but this is why you have
to need the eye test.
This is why you need the eye test, man. Because you can online and probably use that. But what he was fucking min. I'm sorry, but for me, first goal, you've got to do better there, bro. That's your man. And listen, I think it's fantastic play from Lewis Skelly, and I think it's a great run from Calafiori. But as a defender, you have to be alive to the danger. You have to be alert to the danger. As soon as Calafiori starts to move, you need to go with him. So I think you need to do better on that one. The second one for me is shocking, bro. That is your man. Now, obviously, as I said this in the watch-along, last year, he would have had Nunes behind him. So he's probably coded to not even think to look behind him. But obviously, Maresca's playing this new system. Kusanov, needs to wake up real quick and realise he's got to start checking behind him because Nunes ain't there anymore. So for me, second goal, big part to play. First goal, even though I do think it was very well worth Arsenal, you're involved in that as well. You're involved in 2 out of the 3 goals.
Yeah, I don't think I would blame him too much on the first goal, but the second goal is shocking, bro. It is. But I think it's very much down to.
Hello, Kaji. How you doing, man?
He's aware.
Hope you're having a lovely evening, or lovely Sunday evening or afternoon. Yeah, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. Hope you are doing great as well.
From last season, then his positioning. Several times this game was caught out in positioning. It wasn't well placed.
By the way, I'm currently working on my comic. This is, as the title suggests, this is page 38 of my comic, and I'm just doing the base inks for it. So that's what's going on. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice seeing you too, man. Nice seeing you. Things have not been, going great offline. So, it's kind of one of the reasons why I've not been coming live more often. But hopefully I will sort it out and, I can go live as often as I would like. Also, to the extra 2 people that are watching, please just do me a favor and give the video a like. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Uh, it helps out. I heard, that's one of the things you have to do. Because apparently people don't like the videos if you don't tell them to like it. So I don't know. Uh, oh yeah, look, one like. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kaji. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, I have like a reference that I'm using to draw. So usually I kind of keep my comic book right next to me once I am like drawing a comic book page like this. So this is the previous issue of the comic book. So I'm kind of referencing this monster whilst I'm drawing. So I did quite a decent amount of drawings of the monster in the previous issue. So I just look at the entire issue for like reference. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Let me scroll back. God damn, where is it? I'm looking for something. Okay, there it is. Hey, lovely, how you doing? Hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. No pun intended. How's your weekend? How's the break? They call it the summer break, yeah? The summer break. How's the summer break? Perfect. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. That's good to hear. Uh, Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Hmm. Do I make this longer? Okay. Do you have any ongoing projects? Lovely. Any ongoing projects that you're doing? Are you writing any books? Are you Did you start any sporting activity? Uh, has your dad been in contact with that Egyptian? uh, of course. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Care to share? uh, I brought the story up again, and he was like, "Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. Your dad's a savage." He's like, "Yep, I remember that. I've got no regrets. I've got no regrets, except that I didn't, that I didn't capitalize on the opportunity." One, two, three. There's supposed to be another finger. Supposed to be another finger. What do they call it? Improvisation. It's that thing where they say no drawing ever starts out perfect. So, and the process might be clunky, but you can still make it look good. So he has this really gigantic hands, the monster guy. He has like really gigantic hands. So, and he's trying to like poke. He has this knife that is sort of stuck in his eye, and he's trying to poke it. His hands should be a bit more rigid than it is. So hands are split up just a little bit. Has some watts. Is that how it's called? How it's pronounced? Some watts around his hands. Things that make him feel monstery. Okay. One thing that has constantly helped with my mental states whenever doing comics, because sometimes it can be quite frustrating sometimes, is that I don't care too much about the detail. I've talked about this a lot actually. Not caring too much about the detail and just going with the flow of things. It's going to save you from being depressed about the way your art is looking. Aye. 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 Add something that feels like
In the
mental
plate.
skin.
And I think Nunes was supposed to play today. Like he got injured in warm up, so I don't know how much they have practiced him, like playing right back. You know what I mean? So, like I don't want to be too harsh on him, but this was definitely not a very good game from his point.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him more than Donnarumma. And even though I felt that like generally his play was quite
That is
quite
some
good,
big
he
hands.
was involved in 12 3 goals. And that isn't good. So I'm gonna give him a 3.
Yeah. I think I'm on 4.
Right, 3 from me, 4 from Sai. Handel says 5. Eldin says 3. 4 from Fence. 4.5 says Colton.
Okay, it's coming alive. I like it.
So Rehan says 4. Ryan says 3. 2. Shaq says 2. This is worse than his debut. 3 worst game of the City shirt says Jack. A couple people saying that. Alright, okay. let's let's move it on to someone that I was actually wanting to see him back in the side, man, because I wanted to give the guy a chance to get his shirt back. It's Ruben Diaz. That's his seat back there today, so straight in the centre of the pitch. Let's have a look at the statistics on it then. 6 defensive contributions, 1 tackle, 1 hit, 5 clearances, 2 recoveries, 2 ground duels, 1-1, 7 aerial duels, 4-1, 1 last man tackle. He made 1 key pass. Passing stats all pretty decent there. Standard sort of thing.
Standard.
I didn't think he had a bad game, but I didn't think he had a good game. To be honest with you, what are you saying?
I'm in the camp that he shouldn't be in the starting 11 for this season, and I know he's been made captain, so that probably won't happen. But I just think it's too easy to play around him, and I didn't even think we looked very organized today, like coherent, or like united in unity. Yeah, bro. I think he has too many weaknesses to balance his strengths. So
You know what I don't understand as well, right? Is if we're playing this back three, in part to help Donnarumma, to give him more options to pass, then I don't see that Diaz really being in the team long term. I made a prediction right before the game even started. Yeah. I even said it yesterday. My prediction is Diaz will start the season at centre back. The rest will give him the games, and then within 4 or 5 games we'll drop him. I just.
but
Yeah.
would that mean that you think Usnov would be starting right back?
Well, I mean, I don't know who you start right back when you start putting up there on Gay. I mean, you probably start using them. I just, even though I personally said I would start Diaz in the centre of defence for the season because I want to give him that opportunity to try and get back to those levels. I don't have any faith that he will get back to those levels, and I predict that within 4 or 5 games he'll be out for Gay. And I don't think he dropped a stinker today. I don't think Diaz was bad, but I didn't see no like.
Okay, I think we'll
His
come
level
soon.
now is what is supposed to be a very good backup. You know, not status and Neymar, but
No, I'm watching Man City content. Oh, you can hear it. I'm watching Man City content. We lost to Arsenal. Arsenal whooped our asses. So I'm watching Man City content. It helps me cope, you know. It helps me cope. Plus, I like hearing the British talk. They're really funny.
level today is what a very good backup.
Are you a Liverpool fan? Or are you a Man United fan? Or are you an Arsenal fan? Or which other big clubs are there? Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. Chelsea. Oh, a Man United fan. All right. You guys need some really long legs in your midfield. Some really long legs in your midfield. You have technical players, but you need somebody that's going to be a destroyer. From what I noticed from your last match, at least.
He, for me, doesn't have the level that is needed for a starting centre back in a team that wants to win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. You need a starting centre back character who's not and value of me.
You know what it is for me as well, right? Listen, chat, if you disagree with me on this, please let me know in the chat, yeah? Please let me know in the chat. I'm sorry,
I used to be very into it, but just not as attached to football anymore. I love how you're just ignoring my text. Really? I'm ignoring your text? I didn't. I didn't. I read your last message. Lovely. I read your last message. I do get you, Elma. I do get you. Uh, I get you. It can be quite fatiguing sometimes, especially when the team is not performing well. Lovely. I was reading I read your last messages. Or did were there were there new messages that you sent that I missed? Yeah, I read the messages. Okay, I think we're done with this. We'll have to duplicate this. Probably have to duplicate this one.
I don't see this leadership thing that everyone goes on about. Now, if you do,
What comic is your biggest inspiration? Would I say? Hmm. I would say mostly comic book artists. I look more at comic book artists than at comic books, but that is a valid question. I'll first of all start off by saying I don't read much comic books, or I don't read as much comic books as I would like. Uh, but some of my favorites has been Batman Hush, mostly Batman comics to be fair, because it's probably the most popular character. There was a Batman run that I think was it 2018. I don't know if it was 2018. I can't remember, but it was basically Greg Capullo that and what's his name? Is this Scott Snyder? And I really liked that comic book. I liked the art. I liked the story. So that was fun. And which other one? I really like. Let me see. Let me think. Well, yeah, there's a comic done by Esad Ribic. It's Thor, King Thor. There's King Thor, and then there's like just Thor in general, where he was fighting the God Butcher. I think that was the general idea of the comic book run, and I really liked that one. So I liked some Iron Man comics. There was one by David Marquez. I don't know if he still does comics though, because I haven't heard of him in a long while. Yeah, so I like that comic book artist. So you can see it's more of the comic book artist than the comic book stories. I follow more of the artists than the stories, and I also like what's his name, Ryan Otley, with Invincible. Yeah, New 52 Batman. Yes, that's it. New 52 Batman. And no problem. I can mention it as many times as possible. You probably might not have been in the stream or something. So it's all right. It's all good. I can mention it as many times as possible. I ain't got beef with that. And what's the name? Recently, I've begun to like this guy. I said Robert Downey Jr. What's the name of this? I've forgotten his name. Daniel Warren Johnson. That's his name. Daniel Warren Johnson. I've begun to like Daniel Warren Johnson. I like him as a comic book artist and as a creator in general. His work is very inspiring. So, yeah, I think it's more comic book artists than comic books. I guess at the end of the day, it's still the comic books, but I follow more of the artists because there was this comic book called Hunt that Greg Capullo was doing. Uh, was it Hunt? I think it's Hunt. Greg Capullo was doing the comic book, and after a very long time, he stopped, and then another artist took over. And I personally was not into like the artist that continued the project, so I personally stopped. I stopped reading the comic because the artist stopped. So, so it just shows you I was more into the arts. And me personally, as an artist, I'm more into the arts than yeah. I can admire good writing and I can admire good storytelling, a skilled writer, but I care a lot more about the art, to be honest, especially since comic book is a visual medium. Uh, I'm very similar to you. I've not read a lot of comics, but love to draw comics. Whenever it comes to reading, I just want to put the book down and draw. Exactly, I'm the same. I'm the same. I can actually enjoy the comic. I can enjoy the comic, but I just care a lot more about the art. To be fair, I care a lot more about the art. I care a lot more about reading. Not I say reading, drawing. Like if I see a fun comic book cover, a lot uh, more time than not, I just want to enjoy the art and see, okay, like how did this artist execute this? What did he do here? Like what was the plan? That type of thing. Uh, that at least that's what I care more about though. Let me just adjust something just slightly with the fingers. Jersey, Jersey, Jersey. One thing that helped me, uh, I liked that Daniel Warren Johnson guy because of his energetic approach to making comics. His comic books are very energetic. And that is, if there's one thing I could get, that's the thing I would get. I like other comic book artists like Jim Lee, like uh, guys like Boichi, even Yusuke Murata. Uh, but they're artists that I appreciate their art and I love their art. They're probably my favorite artists, but I might not draw like them or want to draw like them. And I just want to pick one thing from their art, but not draw like them because it just takes a lot of effort to draw like them, that type of thing. Someone like Yusuke Murata now, for instance, I like his art. He's a really good artist. He's definitely like if there were to be a ranking ever of comic book artists, my favorite, he's probably top five. But I don't like the way he draws faces. Even though I say this, but at the end of the day, that might be how I might be drawing faces in the future. But I don't like the way he draws faces. I like the way he draws fight scenes though, and his camera angle, his use of perspective, his composition. It's just lovely to see and enjoy. I like how he does action. He's very good at action sequences. He's very good at drawing funny characters. So yeah, probably one of my favorite artists. But I wouldn't want to draw. There are certain things I wouldn't want to draw like him.
Tell me in the chat, fair play. I see him shaking.
Yeah. Technically, I'm done with this page. To be fair, I think if there's anything, I should change the expression that I have here. It's one of shock, I think. Okay, let's cut this one. I think I have a plan. I'm going to cut this one. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to look at what I have here. Let me look at the expression that is really here.
Guys aren't running in attack. Well, that's not leadership. Leadership is in-game, live ball. When the game is in play, like marshalling that back line, telling players what to do. I don't see it. Maybe I'm not looking for it actively, and I'm not seeing it. If you guys see it, then let me know, and then okay, maybe next game I'll look for it, and maybe I'll go, you know what, yeah. But I don't really see this leadership that everyone goes on about. I just don't see it. Sorry. Now, people do see it. Maybe you do. I mean, do you see it? Do you see this leadership?
Not today. I will say I've seen it in previous seasons, but today I didn't feel, as I said, that. Yeah. I don't see his strength outweigh his weaknesses anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and one of the big weaknesses is just his pace, and that might be harsh, but that's just the name of the game today. And then his passing is not the best either. And if you want to dominate possession and play out from the back, you need someone who's very like capable of passing.
Yeah, nah, I get it, man. I big up Tom for these duels. I don't really know
What
that
is it?
means.
What's duels?
I don't know. It's some new thing. But I don't know what it is. But apparently on TikTok, yeah, you do duels. YouTube have brought duels in. Anyway, it's irrelevant. Play rating then. That's what you're giving it.
It was better than I'll give him a 5.8.
I'm gonna give him a 5. I'm just giving him a straight 5. I don't think he was worse than a 5. But that's where I'm at. 5.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you can classify it as like superheroes, but it's more it's kind of like this guy, what's his name? A bit more like what comic would I describe it as? Yeah, like Deadpool. It's mixed, it's superhero mixed with like spy thriller, that kind of thing. That's at least that's what I was going for. Uh, yeah, superheroes, uh, spies, covert organizations, things like that. That's the idea, generally. What the hell I be drawing, man? Uh, I like it. It's hard to pull off superheroes today. Yeah, it's quite hard. Like it's quite oversaturated. The market is oversaturated. But I still feel like something that people enjoy even till this day. There is always a way to bring something new to it. There's always a way. Uh, it's all about how skilled you are with how you present it. I think I messed that stuff up more. I don't like what I did there. I think I was doing a bit too much. Uh, yeah, I believe like there's always a way around something. The thing is that about life is that people usually think they want something new, but usually they don't. They just want that same thing in a different way. You know, if there's always a fresh take on something, like if there's a fresh take on a character that they like, it's still a superhero story, but it's just presented in a different way. Uh, so it's kind of like with Spider-Man, for instance. If you've watched Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse, any of the stories, I don't know, you see that there are so many Spider-Man, and if you were to take any of those Spider-Man and make a story around them, in fact, like for instance, there was a Spider-Man that was from India, right? So there are different types of Spider-Man, and if you were to just take those characters and write individual stories on that character, even though Spider-Man is an already mega uh, product on its own, people will still purchase it. It's just all about the new take on the Spider-Man. Same thing with Miles Morales. Miles Morales didn't exist for a very long time. It was just a new take on Spider-Man. Uh, you know, Making the character mixed. I think it is black and Hispanic, and it was just a fresh take on the character, and a lot of people found that character relatable. So yeah, I just think that's just it.
See what you guys are in the chat. Kenny 3, Kelly 2, Paulson 4, 4, 4, 1, 3, 4. Most people are about 4-ish. Yeah, I'd probably go 5. I think 4. 4's probably a bit low for me, but yeah, anything lower than 4, I think is too. Yeah, you might know. Okay, next up, Josko Gavardio chat. Let's have a look at the guy's heat map on that. So, not really bombing forward like we've seen in the past with the Pep Guardiola. Obviously, he's in a back 3, so he's sort of like more here. 5 defensive contributions. He won both tackles he made, 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 recoveries. He won 2 out of 6 ground duels, quite low, but did win his only aerial duel, 1 clearance off the line and a last minute tackle, 1 key pass in the game. Passing stats all pretty decent, and last one all 9 times, which is about right for a 90-minute player. I didn't think he was too bad. I thought he was alright. I actually think he was probably. Was he better than Diaz? He was definitely better than Cousins, no doubt. I thought he was alright, to be honest with you. I thought he was alright. I'll tell you when I think he struggled a little bit is when the ball was going like in between O'Reilly and Gavardio down the channels. I thought that was a bit of a tough test because you'd be getting dragged out wide, but I don't think he had a bad game. I don't think he was mint. I'd probably give him a 5.5.
Okay, I'm done with this page.
Yeah, I think he was better than Diaz today. And again, one of his best games. I think I'll give him a 6. I thought that some of the offensive actions, good offensive action we had, came from him, but like 6.
Yeah, he was involved in that, but so was Kovacic, and I think there was another City player involved as well. That was just a bit of a shit show before that happened. But yeah, he was involved in that shit show before that happened. So you're going 6, yeah? I go 5.5, you're going 6. We've actually got a 7 here for the handle. 4, 5, 4. Carlos with a 3. That's not actually. 5 because he saved all the room with a hard one played off the line. It says okay, cool. Right, let's do the last defender of the game, and it was Nico O'Reilly who gets a terrible score on the app. Well, obviously the app's right, so that's his heat map. We got 2 defensive contributions, 1 tackle, didn't win it, 1 clearance, 5 recoveries. He won 1 out of 4 ground duels. He won his only aerial duel. Passing stats, yeah, they're all right. 31 touches, 1 unsuccessful touch, 5 times off the ball, 8 carries. I just didn't really see him do anything. Like, he got the ball in this area of the pitch, yeah, and then just passed it or lost it or got tackled. I didn't see him go into midfield. I didn't see him overlapping Doku. I didn't see him crashing the box. Everything that Nico O'Reilly was good at the last 18 months, I saw none of it. I don't actually know what he was meant to be doing, because if you're playing this sort of like back 3, what was Nico O'Reilly's job today? Because he didn't know. What I thought was going to happen side, yeah, was he was going to start Anderson and Kovacic in midfield, and then O'Reilly was basically just going to push him to midfield, and that'd be the 3rd midfielder. But as you can clearly see from the heat map, that didn't happen. So what did Maresca ask him to do?
Yeah, so he didn't even push it enough forward for Doku to go inside. It's actually very good. Like, I didn't really notice it that much, but now when you see it, now it looks like they had a back 4 when you look at it.
Love system of a down fan. How you doing, love system of a down fan? Thanks for joining the stream, and thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just years of practice. I can't lie. I appreciate the compliments. It's just years of practice. Like they say, what's that word that Bob Ross said? Talent is a pursued interest. I'm doing well, love system. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday evening or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, thanks for asking. Thank you. I appreciate it. In case you're curious, I am working on my comic book. So this is currently page 39. I'm inking page 39. I just finished page 38. The goal of the entire stream so far, we've been here for 56 minutes. So the goal was to finish this page, just the base inks. You can see that there's not a lot of detail uh, from the character or like in the drawing. And the reason for that is because I'm actually going to do a second pass, and I'm going to like detail the drawings a bit more. So yeah, and then I'll add the lettering. So I'm going to do the two at once. So that's the plan essentially. So yeah, thank you, Love System. Thank you. It is hard work, but it's fun work. I enjoy it. It's really cool. You know, I'm literally living my dreams, with the exception of being broke. So that's just the thing missing. So, but eventually, it will be all right. But I'm blessed. Yo, Koki, how you doing? It's been a while, been a minute. I think it's been more than a week. Yeah. Uh, how you doing? I love system. This is my friend Koki. He's from Egypt. He's a regular on the stream. Uh, he has actually seen me through some really boring streams. So yeah, I don't know why YouTube doesn't give me notifications for your live stream anymore, but I'm glad to see you. How you doing, man? I'm doing great. To be honest, I've actually not been going live a lot. The last time I went live was actually, when we last spoke. Uh, I've been having some issues outside, uh, so that's why I haven't been able to come live as much as I would like. But they are getting sorted, so hopefully I'll be able to turn up live more often than not. Nice to see you again. Hope the family is doing all right. uh, Hope your siblings are all good. That's good news. Fantastic news. Have I uploaded my comic online yet? Yes, the earlier ones. I've uploaded the earlier ones online. And I've even put them on. I put them on Global Comics. I put them on Gumroad, and I put them on Seller. So anybody that wants to read can check them. There are links in there are actually links in this video, in the description of this video, and there are actually links to the comic book on like the profile, like the description of my page. You see links to them. But this one is not out yet. Like this current one I'm working on. This one might take a minute before it's done. I've progressed well so far because we're currently on page 39, and it's supposed to be like a 53-page comic book. So it's just the inking that is left. And so far, I thought the inking would be quite intimidating, but it has been just like a normal Tuesday for me. It's been just all right. Yeah, it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Uh, my friend was in flu state apparently, and the funny thing is that this isn't even the 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 conclusion of the first arc. Like we haven't completed the first arc. I'm supposed to have organized like the entire volume because usually, typically, a comic book of around 5 issues concludes like the first volume, or most cases the well, I don't want to say arc, well, usually concludes the first volume. But what we agreed with my friend was that we're just going to conclude the entire arc, and then we're going to make the arc the volume. So that's what we're doing. So the issue is going to be, once we are done and we are putting out the volume, it's going to be around like 400 pages. It's going to be a lot actually. It's going to be a lot. Nah, it's just black and white. I can't afford a colorist. My friend is a writer. He's the one writing it. So he I started the story, and I was just so glad he came into my life actually, because he reviewed the story. He read the first issue I worked on, and then he reviewed it, and then we sat down, we discussed, and then he had new ideas, he had suggestions, and I was just like, how about we just collaborate and continue the story together. And he was really cool about it, and yeah, he's now the co-creator of the stuff. So that's pretty cool. So it has really helped me out a lot, so I don't have to think about multiple things at the same time. I wish I had a colorist that can also collaborate, but yeah, I don't think I can find that one. It would have been nice to see it colored, but yeah. How did I meet him to begin with? We've actually known each other for a while before we actually started working on the project. So I was working in this as an apprentice, as what's the word? As an intern in a studio. Uh, it's a very small studio, nothing fancy, and that was how we met. He he usually, like, occasionally came to visit the studio, and I met him through another person that I actually knew before him. So, and that's how we like collaborated. So I was like, "Wow, what do you do? Like, what are you into?" He said he's a writer, and yeah, we started talking from there. So sometimes he might have clients that he will have to do comic books for. So he calls me sometimes to just involve me in the projects, and I do the drawings. Or at least I'm part of the team that do the drawing, and yeah. Yeah, I'm glad as well, because if I were working if I were working alone on this, it would have been really frustrating. I wouldn't have given up, but it would have just been such a bore fest. God, like making a comic book can be really intimidating. There's just so many things to consider, so many things you'll be doing wrong. So it's nice to have somebody has your back in one department at least. Uh, the more people, the better. Yeah, that's facts. The more people, the better. I would have really loved to have had a team, but to have a team, you need money, and you know, even I haven't started seeing money from like the story. So to be foolish to start hiring people. Uh, I know you've heard this so many times from me, but I'm forever jealous of your brush. You're slowly convincing me to switch to Clip Studio Paint. It's what do they call it? It's this brush over here. It's a default brush. It comes with Clip Studio. It's called Real G Pen. It's quite it's the default brush. Like Clip Studio Paint is so good. Uh, when I was I'm coming. When I was using, oh my god, what the hell is going on? When I was using, this guy, when I work on Procreate, yeah, when I work on Procreate, I actually prefer this pen on Procreate. There's this pen on Procreate that I use that I actually prefer. It's called, what the hell is the pen? It's called Jensinki ink, like this one over here. This is actually my favorite pen to ink with. I don't know, I just like it. I like the size of the pen. I like the flow of the pen. This one is actually my favorite pen to ink with, but the pen on Clip Studio Paint is actually really good. So yes, Elma, I have worked on some professional paid comic book. They are not huge projects. They are just like little projects that independent creators wanted to do, and you know they didn't have a lot of finances, so they were just like in desperate need of someone. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of free and I'm in need of money, so yeah, I've worked on a couple. I've worked on a couple. I worked on a couple. I've worked on a lot actually. Now that I think about it, I worked on a lot. Yeah. I'm honestly a real G pen. That one pen you use in Procreate, they are so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one in Procreate is also a default pen. It comes with Procreate, so you can see that a lot of the tools that I use they actually come with the default software. So I don't have to get any sort of custom software to have to use to draw. I just use I just use my normal the normal softwares or like presets or uh, materials that come with the software, and you can create really nice art. So I'm honestly too broke for both apps, but one day, just one day, I'll buy them both. Like the Procreate one is, you can get it. It's a one-time payment, and it's really cheap. I don't know if the prices have increased, but it's a one-time payment for Procreate. But the what do they call it? Well, Clip Studio Paint, you can do a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. There is also an option for a one-time payment for a particular version of Clip Studio. I wish I could pay for that one-time version, but yeah, I'm too broke for that one as well. So I just stick with the yearly subscription. At least I can keep up with that one. How's your experience working on those as opposed to your work? It was all right. It was an all right experience. It was a team effort, so it wasn't as hectic, and I was more, how do I put it now? Once you are working on your own work, you care a lot more. So not like I didn't care about the client's work, but there's just this feeling of attachment. So you are trying to be perfect most times when you are doing your own work, and I've learned to, not be that way. These days, I'm a lot more. I treat my work most times the way I treat clients' work. Not to say I'm detached. It's just I try to get things done as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, with the aim of progressing the project. So that's more my mindset these days. But before, I usually was a bit too precious with my comic book projects. So I'm not like that anymore. But with a client, I'm a lot more. All right, you're going to get it around this time frame, and I work hard to accomplish that. So even like currently, I'm working on a comic book for clients at the moment. Uh, I'm doing a comic book for clients at the moment. So like once I'm done with this work, I'm going to like once I'm done with the stream now, I'm going to work on that client's work. So that's just sort of how I separate my time. Mm. Ah, interesting.
Because he didn't do any of the things that a back three would allow you to do.
I don't know. But I'm going to have to give him a poor score because I just don't think he did anything. However, I do ask questions about what his instructions were. I don't actually know what the rest of what he did today. I'm going to give him I'll give him a 3.5.
3.5.
Now that's harsh, 4.
That's very harsh.
I give him
This is a compliment, I promise. But I really like how your inking is messy, gives your art some life. Yeah, like I said, I learned that from Daniel Warren Johnson. I don't know if you've checked out the guy. He's let me show you, Daniel Warren Johnson. Like if you look at his inks, if you look at his works, if you look at his works, Let's see. If you look at his works are not like the most perfect inking work. They are quite messy, they are quite fluid, they are not perfect, they are rough, but they have life, they have decent texture. He's not very precious about the art, so it gives this the art some sort of vibrancy and energy to it, right? Some things even in the drawing are like scribbles, so yeah, they are quite detailed as well. They're quite detailed as well. So he another thing he does, he tends to fill a page. He knows how to fill a page. So I just like his art because of that. And yeah, I just like the guy's artwork. He's it's not the greatest art ever, but it's very beautiful. It's beautiful work. Let's look at his portfolio now, for instance. I even look at the works that he has done. The colors are also really good. I can't lie. The colors are also really good. So I look at this work. Oh, I can't zoom in. The hell? I can't zoom in. Anyways, I can zoom in from here. If you look at his works, it's nice. It's really nice, but it's not perfect, and that's what I like about his work. Uh, yeah, is I need to settle down and read his run on Transformers. He worked on Transformers and Beta Ray Bill. I've read his comic book where he wrote about Wonder Woman, um, like a different, not a different take on Wonder Woman. He wrote a story on Wonder Woman, and he has written some really nice comic books. There's one called Dual Power Bomb, and then there's another one. I've forgotten the name. Anyways, all great comic books. Clean inking comes off as more professional. I can see why you prefer that, Elma. Eh? Oh, sorry. I missed something. I don't know. Not not my preferred look. I prefer the cleaner stuff. If they are messy, then wait, what? Then vagabond messy is nice. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Vagabond messy is nice. Yeah, vagabond is really amazing. Yeah. Yeah, me personally, I don't really care. I don't care. Like, as some arts just resonate with me regardless. I don't tend to put anyone off. How would I put it now? Most times I've always said things like I prefer this, but then there might be something that would just change, right? That my preference that I said I have, there might be something that may be done in that preference, but I don't like it, and then something that I said I probably don't like, someone else might have a different take or do a work in that particular style, and I might enjoy it. So uh, uh, yeah, everyone has their preferences. Like, I love like a lot of artists. You see guys like Jason Fabok, for instance. His work can be very clean, right? And then you see someone like, what's his name? Yeah, the opposite could be Daniel Warren Johnson. Daniel Warren Johnson's work isn't necessarily very clean, but I like the energy that it has. I like it. So I like both. I like both. What I tend to do these days is I tend to just pick what I can learn from them and just add it to my own arsenal, you know, that type of thing. I see what can I learn from this artist, what can I learn from this artist, and that's how I operate these days.
Four, I give him a four.
I think it's a 5 for me. I think it's like on par with Diaz and Guardiola. Don't think that's too much in it.
4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 4 from 5. Joe says 3. Quicksilver says 3. Yeah, I'm just getting. I tell you what, I'm getting bored of, and I think this was Riders done this to me. I tell you what, I'm getting bored of. It's just like players who play and don't actually do anything, and then going, oh well, they didn't really do anything wrong, or they didn't really do anything, so it's just it's like a 5. It's like that's what we did with Riders so many times last year. Like the amount of times I give Riders like a 5 or a 6 if they didn't do anything. It's like, why do we give him a 6 because he didn't do anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not crashing out legally about it. I'm just saying, like, for me to rate players, I'm just kind of got bored of giving, like, alright, well, he didn't really do anything wrong because he didn't really do anything, so then I'm just going to give him a 5. It's like, no, I'd rather you do something. I'd rather you get on the ball or, like, try and do something and fuck it up than just not do anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. You're gonna be more harsh in your ratings this season.
Yeah, on players that just ghost the game.
Yeah. Like you have ghosting and bozos on the same level almost.
Yeah, because like for me,
Yeah,
you got to show,
no,
you got to show yourself. Like, this is absolutely incredible. But Mateo Kovacic has got the best score out of Manchester City's team according to this app. So let's do it. There's could be some positives here, guys. That's his heat map. There you go. Some passing there, whatever. One more shot. That's about 8 times. Some carries. Yeah, some of the defensive contributions there as well.
He had a few good carries through the middle.
Yeah, it does, but that's Kovacic is always going to have a good couple of carries. Now, to be honest with you, yeah, my problem here with this guy isn't this guy, it's Maresca. Maresca shouldn't have played this guy, right? Like, as we've discussed already with the Nico Duke at the start of the stream, he does some nice things, but mate, he's like 32. Like, this guy shouldn't be starting in the midfield for Manchester City.
Well, not as
I
the
don't think he
holding.
will do going forward. But I don't
I
think
hope
he
not.
played well today. I think he's done a couple of nice things here and there, but he's always going to do that because of the way he plays.
Like,
I just don't
he's
think
not a holding midfielder though. Like if he's asked to do the holding midfielder role, we are in. If he plays alongside Rodri, he can have decent games though. Like he can have a good game as well. But in this partnership with him and Anderson, that will never work. Never ever.
It won't. And obviously, it will give Anderson so much for doing it. Yeah, I don't
He
think
was
this guy.
huge today.
I don't think this guy's up well. I'm going to give him. I'll give him a 3.5.
I am looking so much forward to your rating of Anderson.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Kovacic wasn't something to write home about, but I think he was probably one of our better performers today. I think I'll give him 5.3.
Right, on to Anderson. That was the chat. Sharp Chicken Big Man. He says, I think we're overreacting to too much of a community shield game. My only concern is not getting the midfield ready before the season starts. We'll definitely see it as a midfield on the weekend. Well, two things. First of all, yeah, I don't think people should overreact to this game. Yeah,
All right, I've got to go. Have fun drawing and see you, John and Elma. Yeah, have a nice day, Koki. Nice seeing you. Yeah, I've actually gone past the time I'm supposed to have spent. Supposed to have spent an hour on stream, uh, but I have gone past it, and I have actually finished what I wanted to do. So I might be ending it as well in a few minutes. Yeah, have a nice weekend, man. Thanks for joining the stream again. Have a nice weekend. Nice to see you again. I need to reduce the size of his face. The schedule, because I have a lot of things going on, the schedule is for every weekend, so it might be a Saturday or Sunday. I haven't really picked out something in mind. The way it was before was in the evening every day, and I did that for like 2 months or 3 months thereabouts. You can go and see older streams. I did that for like 2 months, but I want to get back to streaming every day at least. But I don't know how that will work. So the streams might be spontaneous, but guaranteed every weekend I'll go live. Yeah, it's intense, but the thing is that during the streams I do work, so it kind of cancels itself out. So I am quite productive during the streams. Yeah, you can. You usually join on weekends and evenings after work, so I can try tuning. Yeah, thank you so much. That would be lovely. That would be nice. Yeah, to have someone that's joining with me at the same time. That would be cool. That sounds that sounds nice. Yeah, and thanks for joining on this stream. I think I'll end the stream now and go and do something else. I've accomplished the goal I actually wanted to accomplish. I can't lie. I do enjoy working on my own comic. All right. Have a lovely day, Elma. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you very soon. Uh, and yeah, bye. Have a nice day.